Uh, Hello, my name is Tai Nguyen. Today I'll be talking about the laws and policies that affect Vietnam. The first thing that I want to mention is the Constitution of Vietnam. It states that the education is a right and obligation of the citizens to pursue their general education and learn professions under various ways. So the law that I want to talk about first is called the Law of Universal Primary Education. Uh, this law was adopted in 1991. It states that it is compulsory for universal primary education for all children between the age of 6 and 14. Recently, this policy has been updated for secondary schools as well. The law of education declared that Vietnam must be the primary language in schools. Ethnic minorities have the right to learn by use of their language for preservation and development of their culture. Also, this recent policy has been updated. It is now requiring that all public schools must include English as a mandatory subject. Currently, 6th grade are all required to learn English, but ideally by 2020, as young as 1st grade will be expected to learn English. As of now, big cities in Vietnam are already integrating English into schools. I currently teach 1st through 5th grade, preparing students to get ready for Cambridge English tests. The next thing I want to talk about is a Canadian company called CETA. They're known as the Canadian International Development Agency. They work alongside the Vietnamese government to build primary schools and to train teachers in rural parts of Vietnam. They have provided more than 3 million books, school supplies, and uniforms. They have built more than 16,000 schools and trained more than 312,000 teachers and 7,000 teacher aides. So, as a result, by the end of 2010, the primary education enrollment rate increased from 80% to 90%. The rate of completion increased from 72% to 94%, with a 2.5% dropout rate. The last thing I want to talk about is the International Convention on the Rights of a Child. They are working closely with Vietnam to change a policy to protect children under the age of 18. Scientific research recently has found that the brain's critical development for decision making is between the age of 16 and 18. The current law in Vietnam only defines children as being under 16 years old. The CRC wants to push lawmakers to change the law so that children have time to develop their own thinking and decision-making skills. So, to wrap up, Vietnam is slowly pushing for universal education. The English is now becoming the primary language in schools. There are now more NGO companies working with the Vietnamese government to help the poor and ethnic minorities have a quality education. Finally, international policymakers are trying to push lawmakers to strive for the importance of the decision makings of Vietnam students. And thank you for